Elias woke with a jolt. A whisper, barely audible, seemed to dance around his room. He sat up in bed, his heart pounding. The whisper faded as quickly as it had come. He dismissed it as the wind, pulling his blankets tighter. The next morning, Elias couldn't shake the feeling of unease. The whisper, though faint, lingered in his mind. He tried to reason with himself, blaming his exhaustion for playing tricks on him. He went about his day, pushing the strange occurrence to the back of his mind. As night fell again, Elias felt a shiver run down his spine. He lay in bed, listening intently. The whisper returned, slightly louder this time, like someone was right outside his window. The third night, Elias was greeted by a chorus of whispers. They swirled around his room, pronouncements too soft to decipher. Sleep was impossible. Fear gnawed at his insides. He knew this was no ordinary phenomenon. Determined to uncover the source, Elias searched every nook and cranny of his house the next day. He checked windows, doors, even the attic, but found nothing out of place. The whispers seemed to emanate from the walls themselves, growing stronger with each passing hour. By the fifth night, the whispers had escalated into a cacophony. They pounded in his ears, relentless and unbearable. Driven by a mixture of fear and curiosity, Elias decided to investigate the one place he hadn't yet dared to explore, his basement. The basement air was thick with the smell of mildew and decay. Elias descended slowly, each creaking step sending shivers down his spine. As he reached the bottom, the whispers intensified, seemingly drawn to him. He ran his hand along the damp stone walls, his heart pounding in his chest. An old, ornate mirror, hidden beneath a dusty sheet, caught his eye. It seemed to pulsate with an unnatural energy. As he peeled back the sheet, a cold blast of air hit him. The whispers stopped abruptly, replaced by an eerie silence. Elias stared at his reflection. His heart leapt into his throat. His reflection blinked slowly, a sly smile spreading across its lips. Elias, frozen in fear, hadn't moved a muscle. "Switch," the reflection whispered, its voice a chilling echo of Elias's own. The mirror pulsed once, bathing the basement in an unearthly light. Elias wanted to scream, but found himself paralyzed, trapped in the gaze of his malevolent reflection. The next morning, Mrs. Gable, Elias's neighbor, noticed something strange. Elias, an introverted man who usually kept to himself, was standing on his porch, waving enthusiastically. A smile, unnervingly wide and unchanging, was plastered across his face. "Good morning, Elias," Mrs. Gable called out, a little perplexed by his uncharacteristic behavior. Elias continued waving, his eyes blank and distant. The smile never faltered, a chilling testament to the terrifying encounter that had stolen something more than just his reflection.